Hi everyone, and welcome to the final part of our series on the consequences for accounting and finance of Industry 4.0. And in this episode, what can we do about it? Well, look, uh, carrying on the theme from the last conversation, the last Monday memo, the opportunity for those with finance and accounting backgrounds and careers to be ones of fun, reward, full of meaning, hasn't been greater. But in the same breath, there's a lot of digital disruption, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unease caused around us by this fourth industrial revolution. And yeah, we should be thinking how we should respond. We do it for our businesses, we should be doing it for ourselves. Look at previous industrial revolutions and the extent to which societies and businesses have embraced them is going to be a major determinant to how they proceed and succeed. Um, Most people are familiar with cars, and if we look at one of the major manufacturing hubs, which was Detroit, Michigan, in the United States back in the 1990s, not that long ago, it was of a similar importance back then as Silicon Valley is in California today. But if you were to look at the three biggest companies in Detroit back in the 1990s, they had a combined market cap of around $36 billion at the time. Their revenues were 250 billion and they just had over, say, a million employees. Now, if we fast forward a generation, say 25 years later, to Silicon Valley, the three biggest companies there, you could probably think of them off the top of your head, have a considerably higher market capitalization, $1.7 trillion, 50 times larger. They generate roughly the same revenues, only a tad higher, but they've 6 times fewer employees. Absolutely nuts, right? These traditional companies, they're no longer as highly valued or perhaps as relevant as they once were. And I know the 4 to 5 million accounting and finance professionals out there that are qualifying or have qualified across the world. We might be thinking, we might be worried, but remember, we've grown because it's a testament to our ability as a profession to continually develop. CPD, CPE are fundamental elements of our survival and ability to thrive in what's going on around us. But I'd also like to point out a difference between Detroit and Silicon Valley in that it's important to embrace new platforms, technological innovations, better ways of doing things, and continually developing our knowledge so we can add value and make a positive impact to our organizations and also continue to remain relevant. So I encourage you today to ask yourself, when you finish work or when you've got a moment to reflect, have you set aside some time for yourself to develop your knowledge around these new technologies and platforms? Obviously, you're listening to the show, so it shows an example that you're keen to develop. Have you also maybe checked in with your managers and stakeholders to see if you're adding value for them and positively impacting them so you can continue to remain relevant? Do you know what it is they want and can ascertain what it is they have and then go and close that have-want gap and add value to them that way? And a very important question for me is we don't know all the answers ourselves. So don't waste time or too much time by thinking, how do you solve a problem? Yes, think through the main key elements, but also think, who do I need to know to help me figure out what I need to be doing? And go and seek out mentors. And that last question is in particular why we've done this show and we have so many guest mentors, is to provide you with the videos, podcasts, blogs, quality resources, so you can start building those strategies around these digital disruptions based on what the mentors out there are saying. I don't know about you, but I like to picture finance and accounting at the core of organizations today and into the future, because we're one of the few functions in organizations that get to see the fuller picture of what's going on, to have a commercial and financial viewpoint, because we get that level of insight and we also get the opportunity to influence business leaders and where the company's going, whether it's moving forward and how we can make a meaningful contribution to it. So I really believe in our show, The Strength in the Numbers, that it also provides a vantage point that we can best assess how to leverage our existing skills, our traditional strength in the numbers, to remain relevant in our organizations, and overcome the challenges and grasp the opportunities that are available today, so that we're adding value just not now but also into the future. And that's another point. If you don't know what mentors to reach out to or how to go about it, just get in contact with me. If I don't know someone that you can go with straight away, or even if you got a recommendation of someone, I can try and bring them onto the show. I had one question, for instance, on blockchain. Could we get someone on blockchain on the show? I'm actively following that up. And really, that's what impresses me and keeps me going with this, is that people are willing to help. And our success in accounting and finance will really be a function of our ability to come together as a community and build together our strength in our numbers. So until next time, take care, and let's keep building our strength in the numbers.